you live from the Amway Arena in Orlando. We're getting set for the Orlando Magic, looking to take it at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert along with Steve Kerr. Minnesota's record on the road has been excellent these past few games.
Marv, winning on the road is so important, especially as you get down to the stretch run of the season, because now you start thinking about playoff games, and to become a champion, you really have to win on the road.
And the field goal.
That's a shot he's very comfortable with, Marv, and it's important early in the game to establish your jump shot, your routine, your rhythm, and you do that by shooting in your own spots.
And scores.
I don't know if you could do anything differently defensively, Marv. They got a hand up, they contested the shot, but boy, does he love that area of the floor.
Nelson looks to set it up. And Vince Carter right back.
Beautiful execution there, Marv. You got to love the game plan. And this team is getting guys the ball in areas where they're comfortable, and even with that shot contested, it doesn't matter. That's automatic.
Here's the steal. Yes.
Good ball movement, good spacing, excellent offense. And Marv, that's a shot he's going to hit more times than not.
Nelson with the move.
This club really playing with a purpose now, Marv, getting good shots. Even when they're contested, they're getting guys the ball where they really love it.
Nelson on the run. And Jameer Nelson blows the layup.
You got to finish off the play defensively, Marv. You force the miss, but you've got to secure the rebound.
And he gets the friendly roll.
Well, that's his spot. Beautiful execution offensively. That's exactly what you want to do. Get players shots where they're comfortable.
Nelson on the hop.
Anytime you're trying to establish yourself during the game, or a couple things you can do. Get to the free throw line, get a couple of free throws, or get to a spot where you're very comfortable. Your favorite spot on the floor, knock down a shot, really get your rhythm going.
Well, as the first quarter draws to a close, the Wolves lead by 6. Steve, one of those games where it seems every shot is falling. Now, what are the coaches saying at this point? They can't be happy about the defensive play.
No, I don't think so at all, Marv, because we talked to both coaches before the game. They were looking for improved defense out of their clubs, and we haven't seen much of that at all so far. Marv, we talk about it all the time, but it's just so important, especially in a close game, to value each possession and really come up with solid execution. You can't afford to make mistakes like that.
And the field goal. That's a 12-4 run for the Timberwolves.
Marv, they've got to find a way to get this crowd back in the ballgame, either a timeout or a solid offensive possession.
And scores.
This is all coaches can ask for, Marv. Contest every shot.
Nelson to the pull-up. Open opportunity. Yes. And the steal. And the field goal. Nelson pushes it down. Here's Howard. Rebound by Jones.
I don't know about that one, Marv. Firing away from the perimeter. He's not a very good shooter. That's not his game.
And scores. Down to 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Timberwolves up by 10. Nelson finds the room. Here's the double. Howard gives it up. Here's Carter. Petrov able to hustle it down. That's the end of quarter number 2. The Wolves lead by 10. The T-Wolves, Steve, with a good job in the first half, and what stands out, they are creating turnovers leading to scores.
Yeah, they were very alert defensively, Marv. They got some deflections that led to some easy hoops, and then the other end, I thought they were very efficient offensively. Did a nice job of taking care of the basketball, moving it, and creating good shots for themselves.
Yes! A minute and a half remaining in the third. Timberwolves up by 14. Here's Carter. Steve, Vince Carter, a player with great range. He can get rolling on a hot streak, but often it comes down to shot selection with this.
Well, he does take a lot of deep shots, and yeah, I think he's criticized for it because he's so athletic that he can get to the rim more often if he wants to. Sometimes he settles for that long-range shot.
He fires from downtown and able to knock it down.
Marv, this team has been on its game all night. They force the turnover, convert the bucket, and that's why they have this huge lead.
Carter on the hop. Open shot. And the field goal. Nelson now running the offense. Here's Nelson, and Jameer Nelson right back.
Marv, they've fallen behind here, but with solid execution like that time, they can get back into this game.
And scores. We're down to 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Timberwolves up by 17. The steal. 5 seconds remaining. Yes! And he flings it. And here we have the end of the third quarter. The Wolves lead by 19. Fourth quarter is getting underway, and this has been such a poor effort. The crowd has begun to file out.
Well, and if there's any way to get this crowd back into the ballgame, Marv, it's at the defensive end of the floor. You've got to start making steals, deflections. You got to dive on the floor for loose balls. Well, you have to put forth the type of effort that we haven't seen so far, frankly.
And he scores, getting the friendly roll. Carter on the hop. And Rashard Lewis right back. Here come the T-Wolves. And the field goal. Here come the Magic. They work it back the other way. And Vince Carter able to knock it down. And scores. Lewis on the hop and gets the friendly rim. Yes. Here's a steal. Here come the T-Wolves. And the field goal.
Marv, most of the crowd left a long time ago, and I would have too if I didn't have to work tonight.
Howard whips it over. 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And scores. Here come the Magic. Here's the double. Howard kicks it out. Here's Lewis. This game's all wrapped up. The Wolves take it. The final score is 49-26. So for Steve Kerr and our entire crew, this is Marv Albert saying so long from the Amway Arena in Orlando.